Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We're All Psychic. Misty's not here today, but we have Carol Starr, and she says Carol Stanley on her screen. And we also have with us, and we also have with us Amy. And Amy is.
Can I change that?
You can change it. We can start over if you want.
No, you hit it. Don't shoot us up. Wait a minute.
We'll start over.
No, rename. Okay.
I'll just chop it out.
No, that's okay. I got it. I actually can just. I will surprise you with my intelligence. Are you impressed with that?
You did so.
Amy, are you impressed?
I am so impressed. That was so rad.
It is. Amy, you are amazing. Yeah. Amy is our resident Virgo. Amy, I have to ask you, Carol. I'll ask you first. Do you think we're all psychic still?
We are all psychic. Yeah, but we have to allow it. We have to allow it.
We have to allow it. Allow it to breathe. And Amy, do you think we're all psychic?
I agree. I think that we are. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great surprise. A Virgo saying we're all psychic.
Good luck on that one. Yeah.
That's what I was telling her. We give listeners and watchers. This is a video podcast on Spotify. But I was telling Amy before the podcast, we couldn't find any Virgos, so we know them. But they didn't want to do a psychic podcast. So Amy is all wonderful. We talked for a little while before Carol joined us. So, Carol, what do we need to know about Libra Virgo and more?
Okay, Virgos. Okay, let's see. What can I say about them? Kidding. I told you, Amy, we're real silly on here. We have a good time.
Oh, yeah, no,
I love it.
Okay. Well, I have very close attention to Virgos. I'm a Virgo moon and I'm a Virgo rising.
You know that.
Yes. I think they made a mistake on the rising because one more minute earlier, I would have been a Virgo, a Leo. And I think
that makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. But that Virgo with the health and with the
true.
There's a lot of
things. I did know that because you are into your health and stuff. Yeah,
and all that stuff. So I really have an appreciation for Virgos, and I know they get a bad rap, but you know something? All 11 signs get a bad rap.
Yes, they do. Except for Libra.
Nobody says anything bad about Libras, and we are awful. No.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's all about the 11 signs. Always something. Tauruses are stubborn, and actually Tauruses are not stubborn. That is so not true.
I'm really flexible, but if I mean it, I'll be stubborn.
But we all are. Okay, yes. We're all. You know, the thing is, we all have traits from all the other 11 signs. Mm-hmm. So when somebody tells me I'm born on the cusp, I pick up Leo and Virgo. I said, no, you don't. You pick up all signs on the zodiac. We have traits but there are certain traits that are pop culture with signs, and also,
definitely.
I do know that as a Libra, I go into pain when I have to choose what to eat in a restaurant. The decision is too much. But
really,
I do the unimportant things like in our home, like decide when we're going to move. Yes, and
You can make the big decisions. Yeah, Libras are known to have decision making.
But you know what? I don't like to be a leader in a group. I don't like to be the decision maker necessarily. I want to do my job. I like to have, I like the applause. So that's why I think I've got some Leo. Yeah. But Virgos, first of all, Virgos are the most beautiful women on the zodiac. I did a video on that. And that there is something classic about Virgos that is just, I don't know. I have friends who are Virgos.
They're classy. They're just classy.
Yeah. And my very best friend in grammar school was a Virgo. Of course, I didn't know that then, But you know what? Interestingly enough, Lisa, when I grew up, I was just absolutely obsessed with planets. I learned everything about the planets. I got books on them. Of course, no TV and no internet. Yeah. But I read on it. I was so little did I know I was going to become an astrologer. And actually, astrology is the human side of astronomy. It's not some weird stuff.
Science and metaphysics used to be like best friends. I mean,
I know
astrology and astronomy were like one and one. I mean, they went together a long time ago.
Everybody today, not everybody, but people all know their sun signs today, even if they don't like astrology. And I can't tell you how many people have had their chart read. I thought, that they said, oh yeah, like years ago or whatever, I did have a chart read, So I'm excited about talking about Amy today and Virgos.
Yay.
Also, she's my digital damsel.
Digital damsel, and she's doing a great job.
Yes.
As you saw, listeners and watchers, because she changed her name by herself on Zoom. Without any instructions, and she did it like that.
Yes.
So fast.
Yes, you have to talk to me like a 5-year-old. But
no one was talking. You just did it. It was amazing.
Yes. I want to say something about Amy because she's here today, and I am just really delighted to be working with her because she's just a Virgo. But I can just say you are so creative. You come up with so many ideas. You've got me going. You got my juices going, and I want to do all this stuff. And I was really stagnating. I mean, I had somebody wonderful helping me. He was a wonderful young man, but he just didn't know how to think outside the box and create something different that had to be done. And you do that just besides doing my tactile work. You're just adding so much to, every day. And I can't wait till we meet again to talk about all the stuff we're going to do. And I can't wait to pay you.
Me too.
Well, I think you can see what we discussed before. I won't go into it, that I just needed something to happen every month and it changes my whole business. So I'm hoping to expand that they come directly to my website. That's my goal. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm sure you want to know all about Virgos.
I'm dying to know and more.
Me too.
Mostly Virgo.
Okay. First of all, as you know, not unfortunately, because Mercury is retrograde right now in Virgo. Mercury is in Virgo. Yeah. So we have a few bad weeks, and I've had, we all have our computers act up and printers, and we all miss emails, and we all have all this stuff, but it seems to just gather here for Virgos, particularly Virgos and Geminis, because we're ruled by Mercury. So we really feel the pressure of Virgo, and everybody, people are just feeling it. I talk to my Virgo rising friends, and they're also feeling it a lot too. Yeah.
Wow. So, what's going on why is it Virgo so much right now? Just because because Mercury
is retrograde. It's because Mercury is in
Virgo. And I imagine that would frustrate Virgos because like my brother's a Virgo, and most Virgos I've met I wouldn't say they're perfectionists because they're smart enough to know there's no such thing as perfect, but they will do their best. They will always do their best. That's something I always think about with Virgos. They'll put everything into it.
Well, Virgo moon, Virgo rising, and I want to tell you, I am careless, and I eventually everything works out okay. I work too fast. I do too much. I make mistakes. I'm careless a lot.
Oh, but you work your ass off all the time. That's very much a Virgo trait, I think.
Yeah, I do. I work. I've been up since 2:00 this morning because I have so much written stuff to do, and my mind is so good in the morning.
Mine is too.
Mine is too.
I'm working. So I'm now, I feel like I'm free till tomorrow morning because I've done everything as much as I could do, and everything is organized.
Good.
And the thing is that with Virgos, the only thing you have to be careful is sometimes you over-organize.
And you can't stop.
And there's too many folders, there's too much organization, and there's too much going on sometimes. And I can appreciate, but I think Virgos are innately are smart, and they're smart in a practical way, and they also have really good intelligence. And normally Virgos are pretty good in relationships.
Yes. Dedicated.
We all have divorces behind us, don't we?
Well, they married someone else that wasn't a Virgo, probably.
Well, okay. So Virgos are okay. They have, it's just really interesting. I love to see Virgos. They should be doing what they should be doing, and that is working in communications. That's your number one thing, even more than Geminis with the Mercury. Okay, Virgos need to be their writers, they're creators, they're editors, they're good on the computer, they're smart, and it doesn't mean that they aren't creative. So sometimes
my brother is all of those things and a creative thinker, by the most creative thinker I know.
But there are signs that I don't feel are creative thinkers as much. I better not name them or we're going to lose all your audience.
They're not Taurus. There's a lot of audience. We'll name like 11 other than Virgo.
Right. Whatever I do on a topic and I did one like the the most cheating zodiac sign. I knew it was going to get a lot of looks. Oh my God, it did. Yeah. And I thought I was going to get backlash.
I'm curious, what was your number one?
I just had one. All I did was one.
Cancer men?
Yes.
I knew it. Cancer men.
And you know why I use that? But I have a reason for that. Because when I'm on Everclear, and I will tell you that 80% of the cheating boyfriends and husbands are Cancer. And they act like so loving and family and all that. Amy, you're not married to a Cancer, are you?
I don't think. No, he's November 7th.
No, he's Scorpio. Yes.
Scorpio. Okay.
Sizzly.
Yeah. That goes really well. No, that's good for your Virgo. Actually, Scorpio and Virgo. Go into that. You're good. You have a good friendship, and you have a thinking on the same wavelengths. And I think that you understand each other and like each other. Can you tell me, is it what your first husband sign was, if you don't mind?
He was September 26th.
So he was a Libra.
Oh, Libra. Somebody might have something uncomfortable to say about Libras, Carol.
I will tell you something that Libra men who can hear me here, they are the worst zodiac sign for many reasons.
I was married to one.
I have met Libra men. I've been around them, and it's just, and actually a lot of Libra women I don't like either. But
they like the relationships. They like a lot of drama in their life. It seems like all of them, not bad drama. I mean, or good drama. They just want drama, something to happen in their relationship. So they'll make it happen sometimes if they're bored.
I was, yeah.
That's exactly how he was.
He created it too. He created the drama.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't have to do a thing to make it happen. So you're married to a man.
We need to talk, Amy.
Yes, we do. We need to exchange stories.
He's a lot more intense in the relationship, a lot more caring. And how long have you guys been married?
We've been married for about 19 years.
Oh, a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to work out okay.
Yeah,
it sounds like it will. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like my best friend. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good match. You know, you have a cat. You have a cat.
Black cat just crossed our path, watchers and listeners.
But we have all these cats. We're all cat ladies.
We're all cat ladies.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yes, we are. My goodness.
Yes.
I love that. Now I know why I really liked you, because you're a cat lady.
I know I know, right? She's just perfect.
I do believe in life. We connect with who we're supposed to connect with at the time we connect. Okay, whatever lessons we have to learn, whatever is happening in a life or relationship. And, I was married to a Capricorn, and I was so young, and I just knew to get married. And I think as a Libra, I should have known. I mean, I shouldn't say that is why our marriage failed, because we were bad signs. But Capricorn men don't talk. They don't share anything. They don't share feelings. They don't know you never know where they're at. And I used to say if we ever broke up, he would never look back. And he never did. Because
I doubt that, Carol. I bet he dreams about you to this day.
Yeah. Well,
he's having dreams.
No.
Missed out, mister. You missed out.
He actually wanted the divorce. It was him.
He missed out.
But I always said that the other woman, I looked more like the other woman than the other woman. To a friend, I said, don't you think I look more like the other woman than the one he ended up with? And that's not who he married. And I told him, he called me. We were very good friends. We were for a long time. Things happened, but I was going to find him a house to buy. I was in real estate. I've done everything known to man. Libras, yes. Yes. Everything. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yes. And again, yes, that too.
Yeah.
Even prostitution.
They didn't call it that. They called it. No. Never for money, just for toys. No,
for toys, just for some bling.
No. So anyway, and he said, "We're sorry, but Susan does not want you to show us the house." So I said to him, I want you to just give Susan a message for me. Tell her she won the battle and she's going to lose the war. And he broke up with her about 2 weeks later. I knew it. I knew it was going to end. I'm not psychic all the time. You have more. I know you have your guides, and I know I respect.
I'm not psychic. I don't walk around being psychic. It just kind of happens, or I ask it to, or I'll work with it. But I don't hardly ever do I notice any dang thing.
No, I know we don't. It's not. I suddenly will know something, but I know mostly, like when I'm on Everclear, I hear someone's voice. I can tell by their voice what's going on in their life, what's happening. So I know what to tell them because of their energy that I feel through the phone.
That's how it works. It's energy.
Yeah. And so it does. And I've done well on there, as far as people, and you too, I know.
I love Everclear. They are just wonderful.
Yeah. But anyway, it's actually easier making money than doing the readings. Oh, I love
it's just that clients are just wonderful there. I just love them.
I know. Everyone's complained. I don't think I probably have had about 1,200 clients since I've been there. And I'm going to say that maybe I have 2 or 3 bad ones, but one of them was so impossible and so awful. And I turned her around and she loves me and it worked out really well.
I love when that happens. I always try to work through it too. And it usually works.
Yeah. We know they're difficult, but we work around that. Yeah. And I yelled at her.
Work with it.
I'm helping you. And I said, I'm doing the best. Let me talk. I actually said that to her. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so I am feeling really positive that this is my time.
It is.
That I feel like things are really happening for me now. I'm getting people writing me about charts. I'm feeling that everything is going up. I have Amy. We're working on some really neat things to do. She's great. Okay. And like you're right, it's a good thing I have over here. I've got a Virgo. I got a Virgo moon, Virgo rising, and I have Amy. Now that was not a coincidence. Okay.
No, it doesn't seem like a coincidence.
Yeah. We have to be towards what we want to be. And I don't think you know a whole lot about astrology before. Did you, Amy?
I don't know.
So you're learning through me.
I am.
I'm learning through her too.
Yeah.
I learn every podcast some like amazing things every time, Carol.
Yeah. Oh,
thank you.
I try to do astrology readings different than others. Others are very esoteric and get too complicated, and they focus on the fact, like I did do a video on Uranus's retrograde. But first of all, that doesn't affect everybody, and it's in there for too many years, and it's not going to affect the universe. It's going to have some fall in your life when I use it with other things in there. So.
I have a quick question there about Uranus. How big is it? Just kidding. No, I really do have a question. My Uranus is 0 degrees Scorpio. Will this affect me?
Well, it's retrograde right now. What house is it in? And
Scorpio was 0 degrees.
No, but what house is that on your chart? You're
I'll have to look real quick. Yeah. But you guys continue on.
Oh, Amy, I didn't bring your chart with me today, so I forgot where your moon sign is and everything. I didn't dig out your chart because God knows where it is.
You just cleaned and straightened up everything. It's organized.
Yeah. Actually, I just did a write out of it because I did a little video for her to say thank you for helping me. But so I don't remember at all. For some reason, that has not stayed out in my mind. I do know that you're Virgo, and I have to look you up again. And if there's something wrong on our charts, we'll have to say goodbye to each other. No, I'm kidding.
No,
not happening. I don't think she likes you.
There is
She's
nothing
been looking
in
for
astrology.
you for like 60 years, I think.
Yeah.
Before the internet.
There is nothing in astrology on your chart or on my chart that is so bad or it is so good. It is about what you have, of what I share with you, how you use it. Okay? Because you're Virgo, you could be a terrible person, you could be a criminal, you're a mutable sign. There are Virgos who are criminals, and Libras and Virgos and Taurus people. Yeah, no, not Taurus, I'm kidding.
Leo.
The mutable signs, which is Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Virgo. Those are the signs that we find mostly, it doesn't mean they're all criminals, but they are a lot of criminals born under that sign because they're mutable. They roll with the punches. They go, they don't care. They don't have a strong conscience.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
All of them. But you are a fixed sign and I'm a cardinal sign. And
we got a party going on here.
Yeah. So means that you like things to stay the same way in a lot of ways. You like to get, and I'm cardinal. I start the party a lot. And
Yes.
mutable rolls with the punches and can change and go things. And working with somebody who's a mutable sign is probably the easiest to work with because they're flexible, they'll change, and they'll go along with things.
That's cool. Yeah.
So are you saying that Virgos like change, or that they like things to stay the same?
No, you really deal with change very well. You are
very well.
Okay. It doesn't
adaptable to anything that comes.
Yeah, it's adaptable. It doesn't mean that you don't want change in your life, like moving a new house or something with your kids, or something like that, or taking a long coffee break in between kids. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, she had
very long.
I think it'd be a champagne break.
24-year-old and your 18-year-old. I said you had a long coffee break. Yeah, I said,
Carol.
Yes,
Carol. My Uranus is big. My Uranus is in the 4th house.
And Uranus right now is in Taurus, by the way.
Yeah,
and so it is actually on your first house, on your ascendant, so I'm just trying to think, and it's retrograde till January. Does that mean bad? You know what it really means when it goes retrograde, and this is what people don't understand. Time to think, to plan, not to make big decisions, not to move ahead, and just let things sort of fall into place and stay back. Because
so my 4th house is like my house and my living situation.
Yeah, but it really doesn't affect. It affects more about it is in Taurus right now, so that is your sun sign. So that's where you get the effect on your first house.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
You know that your rising sign is
Cancer.
Cancer, yeah. So let's see. So therefore, a rising sign is Cancer. It's in your 11th house. I have to work.
I love this.
That word here.
Go round your
11th house. So this is just groups, organizations, and friends, and that's another thing. I'm just a story. I have a custom client. I'm going to call her. She's on a retainer with me, sort of, and she was going in to do breast cancer surgery, and she was very worried about the day, because she said she knew it was the first day of a Mercury retrograde. And I showed her that Jupiter was still direct, and I showed her that the moon was in a good place and that Mars was in an excellent place. I said, you're not affected by Mercury being retrograde. You don't have any Gemini. You don't have any Virgo in your chart. This is not going to affect you. And she was really still worried about it. I said, it is really not as bad. It's if you were a Gemini or a Virgo, I would tell you to use some caution maybe, but not now. And as it turned out, I don't know how the final outcome was. I know if she was clear in her notes or not. I've been in touch with her, but she said the surgery went well. She felt good. And I said, you are going to feel strong. I do not give any health advice.
No.
I tell them,
go to your doctor.
I tell them the days for surgery. We'll tell them if they show to be very strong and fighting and dealing with it.
Cool.
But the thing is, I have predicted some health things and I was right, and that scared me more than if I was wrong.
Me too.
And I don't want to do it. I had a gal with MS come in to have a chart done, and I told her she was going to have a really healthy year. This is years ago. She walked for an entire year. She got up and walked. So I thought, this astrology stuff does work. Okay, it does. But you have to make it, you have to look at it from a point of view of part of your life and not let it rule your life.
Yeah. It's a guide. It's a guide.
Don't tell me anything bad. She said, please don't tell me anything bad, or I'll think about it and it'll ruin my life. And I said, there is nothing horrible and nothing wonderful on your chart. There's things, you're strong, you have this or you have that, and you are the one who's going to control it. And that's important to know.
I really think it's a guide. It's like
it is a guide. It's a
divine guide to give us some looks of what we can do, we're capable of, just like the cards. They tell us what can happen, and we can change our minds about making that happen. But if you're a Virgo rising, don't ever have your chart done or go to a card person. She said something resonated with me. If you told me something, it will stick with me and I will obsess on it forever. So that's why I am careful. Sometimes I'll ask you my cards. I said, what is happening with this? But it's never about my personal stuff. That's how my mom is. She likes to know about the casino. That's about it.
When you talked about my son, we talked about that a little bit. And I asked if, if we'd ever speak again. And I don't know what I don't remember what you came up with. But I know in my heart we're not, no matter what you tell me, because I know that that's not going to happen. So, but I think that these are all guides. We have guides in our life. I believe in doing I do tapping. You're familiar with tapping?
Oh, I love the EMF tapping. Yes.
Yeah, I do my tapping. Also, I believe I listen to, what's her name? Abraham Hicks. I listen to her videos one a day. I put it on and I sit back and I let all those positive thoughts, and how she doesn't tell you to grab onto anything, but to let things flow, which I like.
Yeah,
and
I like that too.
And I believe also in, if you want to meditate, if you want to do yoga, but I think manifesting is the biggest thing we do. Yeah. And I give everybody a manifest when I do their reading that I think is appropriate for them.
Yeah.
And I do think that when we get rid of that clutter in our brains, all of us, but no matter what zodiac sign you are, good things happen to you in your life. And it's so easy to focus on negative stuff. We all do it.
It is. You can choose what to focus on, which is amazing.
Over it. Yes, we obsess over it, But I want to talk about Virgos, what's going to happen to you this year.
Okay.
You're going to meet a crazy lady who you're going to work with. Oh, you've already done that?
I love this crazy lady. I love
good.
Oh, darn. I was looking at, I got my planets right here. Let me get them out. I want to be sure that I
get your planets out. Don't forget Uranus. We've made way too many Uranus jokes in this podcast, and we've never done that before. It's about time. No one's calling it Uranus on this podcast today.
Here's a good thing. Venus is in Leo, guys. So that's in our 12th, and it's going into Virgo. And Venus can go into Virgo when it's on your sun is a really good thing. It'll be on my moon sign and my rising sign, but Amy, it'll be on your sun sign. So this is a really creative time. This is the time that if you're thinking about beautifying your house or buying new clothes or getting a makeover or just doing some things for your business and fixing up your office, you will be inspired. September and part of October, you're going to want everything to be beautiful in your life. Okay. You're going
awesome.
Through. Sounds
like a lot of work, though.
Virgo loves that.
Yeah, so, I'm not saying you're going to do it, but you're going to think about it.
Okay.
You're going to want to.
Yes, I think I need
to over there. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Okay, Mars is really important. It's the only planet that I really use, other than Saturn. Saturn and Jupiter are my planets to go to for what's going to happen, because Jupiter stays in a sign for an entire year and Saturn stays in it for 2.5 years. But Mars stays in it for 6 weeks. And I like Mars because it's energy and it's you're finding your force in life. And so I'm going to say, let's see, Mars is in Libra, September and part of October. So Libra is what's going to happen to me. I'm going to beat myself up. No, Mars is, I should have a lot of energy.
It's about what Libras do.
Yeah, right. I do. Yeah. And that's a good time. But also what we're dealing with all year. Taurus is right now, Jupiter is in Taurus. So this is supposed to be a good year for you. And it's retrograde. It's going to be retrograde till January 1st. So this is the time for no big plans. Just go along with things. Keep doing what you're doing, and things are going to work out really well that way. And Saturn is in Pisces, which is, well, let's see. I'm going to use your rising sign. Your rising in Pisces is you are Cancer in your ninth. Let me see, ninth house. Yeah, okay, it's in your ninth. It's going to be transiting your ninth house. So this is a good time. Actually, is a good time right now to work on yourself. And it's going to go direct in November, and you need to get out there and do some things for yourself, whether it's yoga or some stuff like that, to help you feel better. Because I know you've had a lot of issues. But with Virgo, okay, so we got Saturn in Pisces, Carol, which is in your.
I just said I love you, Carol.
Anyway, Saturn is in Pisces, and it's across as a Virgo. That's in your house of partnership. So you're going to be having big fights and beat each other up, your husband and you.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Actually,
as long as you're doing the beating, right?
That's right. That's right.
And there's a safe word.
Or doing something fun. think about in November, stuff that's really good. There should be some money coming in or something really positive in your partner. Okay.
Great.
And he's a Scorpio. I like the Scorpio and Virgo.
I do too.
Good. Also, let's see, we got Mars is in Libra. So that really is your second house. Okay. So money is okay right now. And if there's any problems going on with money, they're going to work out. Okay. When you have Mars and Libra in your second house. So that's going to work out for you.
That does sound good.
Yes,
yeah.
it does. And I can see what other stuff I can dream up here. No, and actually, you know that I don't know how this affects us all, but I know that Pluto has been retrograde in Capricorn. It went back from Aquarius. It's now direct again. So I think that is, I don't want to talk politics for the world, but I'm hoping that that's going to be positive for what's going on in our country, our lives right now. Because
our country needs help.
Yes, we're very challenged. And
everybody's fighting.
Yeah, everybody is fighting. Everybody is lying. Everybody is, and people are suffering because we know all of us, our bills have all gone up $400 and $500.
Yes, and it's just insane. The inflation is insane in Alabama. This was a poor state, and now like the people who live here can't afford it. People who've been here all our lives can't afford it. People are moving here,
If you're spending, let's say $500 more a month, some of that, like your utilities, you can't change. You can stop eating.
Right. That's what I've done. I've stopped spending money on food.
Yeah, and you don't have to drive. If you don't have to drive very far, I don't think you have to drive very far. You go to the store, or you don't have to take any long ride. Yeah.
Oh no, a small town. I don't drive very much.
Yeah. And because gas prices are out of sync, our world is really, really, really tough.
It is.
But I think, here's what I think.
The Virgos will fix it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, people are allowed to rob stores and they don't go to jail. That is really frightening. It encourages these kids to go out and do more. That concerns me a little.
Well, politics, I personally don't, let's go there. I don't like the gun laws in Alabama that they changed it to. You can walk anywhere you want with a gun on your hip, concealed or not concealed. And you don't have to have you can just get a gun. I can go get a gun right now.
That's how it is in Florida.
Yeah. Well, you're from Florida. You know how it is down here. Yeah.
And don't you have to have a license? Don't you have to get registered, your gun?
I don't know specifically, but I know that down in Florida, I'm in Georgia, but down in Florida, they took away like the no carry or the permit that you needed.
You don't need it in Alabama either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's scary. I'll just go to walk around a store and you see guns on people's hips. It's just weird,
Yeah. We were in Walmart the other day and two guys got into a fight and a gun fell out of his pocket and all the people started running out of Walmart. And it was the closest I've ever been to like gun violence and stuff that you hear about on the news. It was scary. Like I started crying in the car. I'm like, I hate that this is happening, that like I'm afraid to go into Walmart,
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to Walmart, but you don't want to be afraid.
You may see the fat asses in there, but that's not scary.
Uranus.
That's scary.
Yeah. No, I think that we have a lot of fear around us. I think there's, we live in a very small town. And we have towns around us, probably all 4 towns, there's 150,000 people. But our little area where we live it's just made 35 to 50,000 people. So it's pretty small. So we're starting to see more crime, though, a lot. And we live in a community, and there's crime here even. So our life is changing. And we go, and we have to adjust. We have to go along with it. And even though I think that the digital world, the internet, all that is wonderful and it's awful. It's got both sides to the picture. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's changed our lives entirely. We are.
Entirely.
Yeah. And it's taken away some of the personalization we have with people. And so we try to keep our friends close. But I see a difference in people, the way they act and talk today. It's not like it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. There is a difference.
What do you see the difference as?
I see the difference as there's not as closeness. It used to be.
There isn't. Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah, before we
don't trust each other.
Yeah, texting and cell phones. We had to talk on the phone to each other. We had to see each other. We had to communicate, and we didn't have iPads to play on,
And those are great, though. I'd rather have them to play on. But, that's true. Real conversation, phone conversations are very different. But for someone like me, when I was very shy and depressed and stuff, I couldn't talk to people, couldn't meet people. It was really great because I like writing. So I could express myself in writing on the internet, whereas talking to people in my 20s was hard, but I could write my thoughts. I could think about what I said before I said it, which helped a lot when I got introduced to communicating on the internet through just typing, So it does have some benefits for certain people.
There's so much good is going on today. And I think that I liked it, of course, when I marketed my book, when I wrote the book, I made phone calls and wrote letters and I talked to people. And now you have to go through all this red tape and everybody's publishing books now because it's so easy. There's so much competition. There isn't any more competition, but it's all online.
Yes.
Like the digital world.
Yes.
If it wouldn't be for the computers, we wouldn't know who to call or where to go if we didn't have the internet. So
you guys remember driving around before GPS and we had print Google Maps pages up, and before that we had a map.
Yeah, you'd have to pull over. You'd have to pull over to look at your map.
Yeah,
stop at a gas station for directions.
All I did was I got lost. I didn't.
Yeah. You probably even get some directions.
I always ended up on a dirt road. Whenever I was going somewhere, I ended up on a dirt road somewhere. Yes, I get lost. But I think that astrology has helped a lot of people. I feel that I've helped people. You've
helped me.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but that are stuck and have difficulties and their lives are problems, that I give them some alternatives, but they have to help them because in life
you can show them what they can do with astrology. You can show people
the worst you can do for somebody sometimes is help them. So you give them guidance, you show them, and you hope that they'll decide to use it. If they will. I have to tell you this. I'm sure this woman doesn't. She doesn't. I got a request for doing a written report. And it was a whole thing on here. This has really scared me. Her whole life was horrible. She made a mistake moving to California. Her husband hated her. She got fat. She felt lost. It was like over and over. I mean, it was just too much. I wrote her back. And I said, I want you to consider whether you really want a reading or not. I did. I said, I can't change what happened in your life, and I can't change what's going to happen. She wanted me to tell her something horrible so she could just give up on life. I said, I'm going to tell you how to help yourself and how to find a better way to do things. So if this isn't what you want, let me know. I just didn't feel right.
Did she do the reading?
I haven't. I haven't heard from her.
Oh, it's just recent. Okay.
Yeah, I woke up thinking, I don't want to take this woman's money, and I don't want to write her a bunch of stuff. If we were having a FaceTime, I might have, but it's a written report. Those are the toughest ones to do.
They are.
Yeah, they're really tough. And but I did an interesting one for a guy who wanted to know how compatible he was in business with this guy, and I used a little AI in there. I did. Just to get my words. I wanted to get the words. And I wrote my own thing, but I thought, I like that word, or I like something,
It suggested like that little suggestions. I love that too.
And it just worked out so well. I compared everything all the way down in their chart. And I said, I'm not doing a regular reading for you with a forecast and with houses. I'm going to give you what you want. So I did it like 8 or 9, 10 page compatibility reading. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway,
great.
Yes. And I'm getting a run of Virgos, by the way. I want to tell you, Amy, I guess because the birthday's coming up. I just finished up with Leo.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
I'm getting some Virgos. It's their birthday. They're turning 30, 40, 50, or whatever. And the new thing we added there with doing the sun, moon, and rising, I've done a lot of those. Yeah.
Good.
And I want it, it'll probably be temporary. Because once I get the others, we'll talk about that. So yes, let's talk a little business here. Yeah.
No, I love it. I love business. I can listen to anyone talk about their job, and I'm so in. I love business. And Carol does too. Carol and I have talked about this. We've both had about 8,000 businesses.
Oh, God.
Me too.
That's right.
Really?
You too. Yeah.
Amy, what have you done? What have you done? I want to hear about it.
Yeah, well, Amy, where can the listeners find out about you and what you do? She's told me. She hasn't told the listeners.
So I'm doing multiple things right now. Right now, I have a marketing agency called Wicked Atlanta Marketing. And people can email me at amy@wickedatlantamarketing.com. I'm on Facebook. I also am a birth and postpartum doula. Which I love, that fills my soul. I also run A&R Elderberries, which also you can find my Facebook page.
I just joined.
Yeah. So those are health products for your immune system during cold and flu season.
Oh, yeah, elderberry, of course. Of course.
Yes. So I make elderberry syrup and sea moss gel, fire cider, brain tonic, and black gold. And we also do homemade soaps. Let's see, what am I missing? I also have a travel agency.
Oh, yes.
So I'm a huge Disney fan, and so I love planning Disney vacations. So if anybody wants help with their Disney vacation, reach out to me.
Yeah, we'll put all her description in all of her info in the description of the podcast too, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then before I did all this stuff, oh my gosh, I was a school bus driver. I followed my kids around. So when they were in preschool, I was a preschool teacher. When they were in elementary school, I was their bus driver.
Oh, that's so awesome. I love
I've done lots of different things. Yeah.
I like that variety in life. I couldn't have lived working just one job my whole life, I don't think. No matter what it was, no matter how much I loved it, I just get bored, I think.
Yeah, because I was a restaurant reviewer. I wrote for Bounty paper towels. I did 500 recipes for them.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Paper towel recipes?
I made them up.
I bet you did. They were great too.
They gave me one ingredient and I had to make recipes for that, whatever that was.
How cool is that?
That's really cool, Carol.
That is
I've done a lot of stuff, written books, painted tote bags, wine bags, whatever, And it's just about, the thing is, they weren't all successful, big things and wonderful, but I love doing them and I always kept trying. And, I believe in life. And this is the Virgo attitude. Always put one foot in front of the other.
Yes, that is a Virgo attitude, definitely. Yeah. And some Virgos get a little impatient with the people who take 2 steps back and 1 step forward.
We don't want to do that. Okay, 2 steps, but I am so happy to be doing what I'm doing this time in my life. So
Me too.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And we get to do it's important to do what you love.
It is. Mm-hmm. So many people don't get a chance to, or they don't let themselves go for it.
Yeah.
I wish they would let themselves go.
Amy, how do you do all these things? And how do you find the time? What if I take up all your time?
You don't. I love it. I love emailing with you during the day. No, I get up at 4 a.m. and start my day. That's how I do it.
Yeah. And isn't it amazing what you do in those early hours while everybody is sleeping?
Yes.
It really is. Too. Yeah.
Yeah. You get so much done when it's quiet and nobody's interrupting you.
I just get a bunch of cat snuggles. I just lie there for like an hour. I have the back issues. I have to get them all straightened out. So I just lie on my heating pad with cats and light the candles in the morning because the sunrise with it's just so beautiful. I love my morning.
Have you tried the infrared yet?
I love that.
The infrared pads.
Infrared? No, you have to tell me about that after the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you after the podcast. Okay.
So, let's see. Before we wrap this up, well, first I want to thank Everclear. Everclear is our sponsor. Everclear is an advice app and website where you can get advice from psychics and empaths so you can get the guidance and clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And Carol and I are both advisors on Everclear. I'm Lisa P, Leesa, letter P. And she's Carol S, right? Carol S.
That's it. Yeah. I got it.
And I do want to ask something about Virgo, though. Like, what is their best quality, would you say? And what is perhaps not such a best quality about a Virgo?
Their good quality is they're really good friends.
Yes.
And their bad quality is they can be very critical.
Yes.
Yeah. And analytical is good, but critical. And but that's where my Virgo comes in, because I'm quietly critical. I don't
You're criticize yourself, if anyone, there, Carol, it seems like to me.
I can be very critical about, I notice that it isn't that I don't feel like I'm critical so much. I see things that go on in people that other people don't notice. I'll see something, just odd stuff that nobody pays attention to. And I see it, I feel it. And so
I feel stuff like that. I feel the weirdness between
you can't help it, Lisa. This is part of our DNA. Okay.
Yes.
I notice.
And when you work with the energy, work in the field as a profession, it does turn. Sometimes it does turn on when you don't mean it to. You pick up the feelings of other people and what's going on, and you're just like, wow. Yeah. And they don't know.
My friends that if you tell me something you want me to forget, don't tell me, because I do have
there will be no problem at all.
I just remember all these conversations I have with people, what they say. I don't know why. It's like in that mind, and lucky, fortunately, I have a good memory.
Virgos have a good memory. Every Virgo I've ever met has been very intelligent, very good problem solvers, and honest.
Yeah, and Virgos
brutally honest sometimes.
Yeah. Or there's the other side, Virgo. We have other sides. The other side is not
the serial killer.
Like that honesty, but the Virgo personality is basically honest, forthright, says it like it is, critical, yes, very analytical, analyzes to death.
Yes.
I analyze them until they're run into the ground.
There's nothing left to analyze.
There's nothing left
to analyze to death.
Yeah. But, I just find working with Amy, because she is a Virgo.
You guys must really connect well that way.
She's going to get the job done. I know she's going to do it. And if she doesn't think it's right, she's going to tell me.
That's awesome.
I trust you to tell me when I'm doing something that you feel isn't going to work, because I only go by my feelings or what I know, so at that. So
she can kind of straighten you up and like straighten your mind out into what direction, what you should do, what you can focus on.
Yeah. And because I'm not a real person, I am a marketer because I've always been a marketer, but I'm still old fashioned in my marketing. That's why I like Alignable. Actually, I work that. I have gotten so much good stuff.
I love Alignable. I still haven't figured out how to do it, but I've gotten great podcast guests.
Yeah, but I'll talk to you more about that. I can help you with that. Okay, I can help you with that.
So one last question about Virgo. I would like to know, for a Virgo man, everybody wants to know this, guys. For a Virgo man and a Virgo woman, what would you say might be their most compatible sun sign to marry or date or be in love with?
Okay, well, they're different. Okay, I think that Virgo women, I said again, are Scorpios, and Cancer is good for them too. Everyone thinks that Capricorn is, but I think that's not really that good. Also, surprisingly enough, even though it didn't work out, is that Libras and I'm sorry, I'm going to say Virgo men with Libra women work out really well. Okay, I don't like Virgo women with Libra men, because Libra men are on their own era. And I think that Virgo men also don't do well with Scorpio women, but Virgo women do well with Scorpio. I know it's different. It is
my brother's been married to a Sagittarius. He's a Virgo, and he's been married to a Sagittarius since they were 21, and they're 50 something now, 51, 50.
They're still married.
Yeah. And the Sagittarius, she brings out this adventurous side in him.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I think he'd just sit home in a bed and work.
No, that's good. And I think that here's my thing. I always say there's two things. All combinations can work. And the people always say the opposites, like Geminis and Sagittarius and Taurus and Scorpio. Either they're great or they don't work at all. You rarely find them in between. And
I can believe that.
The squares are the toughest. The Sagittarius with the Gemini, the Libra with the Capricorn. Oppositions are good. The sextile, every other one. The same sign can work out well because you've got different moon signs and different other things in your chart, so they can work out well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Amy, do you have any questions for Carol about your chart or about anything you want to know coming up that she may predict for you?
Oh, gosh. I know you were talking about money for a little while, but I don't
you like to go back.
Yes. Give me some more information on that. You mentioned money in November, I think, but I
Yeah, fill in that November money stuff. We need more.
Yes, we need more. And I think that, like I said, I think we're all affected by what's going on. But I think that money is going to be okay in your life. And I think, all your businesses have potential, depending on how you want to work them. But focus more on, pick out don't get yourself too scattered with them all. Okay. Be careful with that. Virgos, what happens is you don't want to leave anything, you don't want to leave me behind. I'll be really angry. But I'm sure that because you have a busy life, you have children, you have a husband, and you have several businesses. So you have to budget your time really well.
Right.
And if you're
good at that.
But make sure that you put your time and your money where it is returning. If it's not returning as much as you like it, slide it down a little bit. That's my advice.
Yeah, that's good advice. That is really good advice.
Yeah, because I know you have I know being a doula. I know all about doulas. I have a friend, yes. And I know that doesn't come up very often, though. It's not like something you do every day.
That sounds like a passion.
Very part-time.
Yeah.
Sounds like a passion.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you're making products like, elderberry and stuff like that, you don't want to do that during the work time days, or you'll know how to budget your time with that. And what was the other one? You did something else too. What was your
travel agency. I had to think about that.
I'm kind of curious. I have a question about that after this podcast. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But and anyway, that was all I was saying, just to be careful, because I know the scattered Virgos are more scattered. I will tell you, I did lucky packets actually with lucky herbs in them. And then the pandemic came. And so it kind of went, but it was going to do, they were darling little packets and they brought you good luck. And everybody needed good luck. I didn't know how to market them. If I was with you, I probably could have figured a way.
Maybe you should bring it back up.
Yes, maybe you should bring it back.
We got rich.
It's too much work. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's too much work. I don't want to do it anymore. It's fine. I am really happy sitting at my computer, creating charts, talking to people, doing all that I do.
And doing a podcast every month.
I am.
We love you for it. Thank you so much, Carol, for always doing these podcasts. I love it. And I'm so grateful for you.
Well, I am grateful to be here, Miss Lisa.
Oh, I'm so lucky. And Amy, great to meet you. And I feel lucky to meet you too. Your energy is just so relaxed and you seem to enjoy your life. I don't know. I'm really glad you were here. And thank you for being the only Virgo we could find. And coming on here, it's just great.
Well, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed hanging with you ladies.
We got you out here today.
Love it. And Carol, any last advice for the listeners and watchers about what's coming for them? Any advice you got?
Any advice? Okay. Be cool.
For Virgo season.
Okay. Virgo season. Okay, Virgo, just be cautious and careful, as particularly, Mercury is retrograde and you're going to have some effects with it. Just let it roll off. Nothing serious. There's nothing serious coming. And really, by the first of the year, everything's going to be direct and everything you've been working on is going to start happening.
That sounds beautiful, Carol. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much. And listeners, watchers, Misty's here in spirit. I always say we, but I'm sure you both love the listeners and watchers, don't you? You love the listeners and watchers. They love you. They said it.
Oh, yes.
Listeners and watchers, we love you. So everybody have a wonderful time wherever you may be. And Misty says, hey, wherever she may be. And we love you. Peace out. Goodbye. Ciao.